well for coming to visit us here in Darlow. And to open our new rewind shop. Mindful Gifts was set up in 2014 when there was a lack of adult appropriate activities for people with dementia. I started off in a small shop opposite, which was the size of a cupboard, and I was in there for a year. There was no running water, no toilet.
I'm going to say, you used to have to go over the Asda.
Yeah, I used to have to run over the Asda. I used to look at the shop, the Mindful Gift shop opposite, which it is now, and I just really wanted that shop because it was so big and there was so much I could do with it. So we opened the Mindful Gift shop, and since we've done that one out, our services have just kept on expanding. We run lots of different sessions, workshops, and what I can say is it's truly run by the community, for the community. We very often ask our customers to help out doing things. So you can find people in there polishing the brass or mending things or putting up a shelf for us. The Mindful Gift Shop aims to bring back memories, and it doesn't matter how old you are, there'll be something in there that will trigger that memory for you.
I'm probably the oldest in it.
How old are you?
73.
Not too quoted, because I've been doing a bit of research on you. There is something really special about going back in time in your hometown to those places that bring the memories flooding back. Okay, so I think that's a good connection with everyone. We're always connected with our roots, where we were born, and you know, when we see things or touch things, smell things, they can all trigger an emotion. And that's why we did the Mindful Gift Shop the way we did it, so that you can use all those senses when you go in. You can smell the carbolic soap, you can taste the old-fashioned sweets, you can have a nice cup of tea. So we'll take Noddy round there later so he can experience that. So after 3.5 years of being in the Mindful Gift Shop, it was getting a little bit rammed, as what a lot of our ladies will know. You couldn't move in there. We were getting a lot of vinyl records in. That was coming back big time. So we managed to secure a lease on this for 1 year with the help of a grant. Without that grant, we couldn't have done it. And everybody's come on board. It's all been painted, it's all been fitted out, and it's all been done by our volunteers and the community. So we hope the new rewind shop will be used by the community. We do get a lot of care homes come to the shop, and we're hoping that they'll use this as well, because a lot of reminiscence does get based before the 1960s. As we're all getting older, living longer, we need to now go into the 60s and 70s.
Why do you remember the 40s?
30s, this one.
I'm going back.
I'm sure she can remember the Beatles though, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to say a big thank you to our volunteers, past and present. There's a lot of volunteers in here today. There's some round next door, and unfortunately we haven't been able to bring them round here because they're watching there. Without their hard work and passion, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. We won the Queen's Award for voluntary service. The highest accolade that can be achieved by a community group, and all our volunteers are well-deserved MBE winners. Thank you to all our customers and the community who support us. Without your custom and donations, we wouldn't be here. And thank you to all the grant providers. I've put in a lot of applications. 95% don't go through, but the 5% does make the difference. And Noddy was right when he sang about Take Me Home. So you knew all this, when you did all your songs, strong connections with the Black Country, because that's what he's done today. He's come back home to his roots. And thank you for coming far, far away.
Getting them all in there.
You used all this. I bet you have this every time. And ask you, how does it feel to be back in Warsaw?
Okay.
So I'm going to pass you over to Noddy.
Big hand for Vicky. She's the spearhead of this concern, so, you know, she needs a big cheer. Good on her. I always say when I come back to Warsaw, I love coming back. It's the only bloody place anybody understands what I say. And I was born a mile up the road, a couple of miles up the road in Carmer. That's where I was born, and lived there for the first 7 years of my life. Then we moved to the Beachdale in Bloxwich, outside Bloxwich. And my mum was born and brought up in the Pleck, which is only just round the corner from here. So, growing up, I knew this area really, really well. It's my old stomping ground. Used to have a few girlfriends around. I don't know, I can't recognise them. My eyesight's gone since then. Anyway, I'd like to congratulate all the volunteers for the great work they do in raising money. And I'd like to congratulate everybody as well, obviously, on the Queen's Award. I mean, that is really fantastic. Let's have a bigger round of applause. I mean, the Queen's Award, you don't go out willy-nilly to anybody and everybody. You really have to prove yourselves, don't you, Vicky, to get the award. You know, it's as Vicky said, it's all about serving the community, bringing the community together. The charity's all about helping people that need volunteers to help them along the way in life, have sort of not lost their way in life really, but they find life difficult to cope with. Am I right there?
Yeah, that's about right.
You know, they find life difficult to cope with because of circumstances, you know, illnesses and whatever else. I mean, everybody has got families that this affects, and so this sort of project is to raise as much money as possible to keep places like this open, quite frankly. As Vicky said, you've got a year's lease, and I'm sure you've got to raise money now over the next year or so to keep these shops open. So tell all your mates to come and buy the albums, buy the other memorabilia that are in the two shops, raise as much money as possible, spend as much money as you can afford today, because it all goes in the pot to keeping this shop open, not just for this year, but for the years following on and on and on. Because these are long-term projects. These are not something that's over and done with in 12 months or 2 years. These go on and on for a lifetime, because people will always need this care. They always will. And that's all I can press on, really, is that's what needs to do. It needs to be an ongoing thing. So now I'd like to declare this shop well and truly open. Rewind! I've got to cut the ribbon, yes.